Hello, my name is Victoria Haugen. I would like to thank you for taking some time out of your day to view my ceremonial speech for my public speaking class. I'd like to start by showing you my audience. Thank you guys for coming today. I've chosen to prepare a speech of tribute to a woman who has left an incredible imprint on the history of our world and who has also been an inspiration to many. Hellen Keller, despite the tremendous disabilities she obtained at a very young age, was determined to not let them have effect on the quality of her life or her ability to reach out to help others. In her 88 years of existence, she has so openly proved to the public that there are countless ways to experience and see the world. Hellen Keller was born in Tuscumbia, Alabama on June 27, 1880, a healthy and normal child. At the age of 19 months, she contracted an acute illness the doctors described as an acute congestion of the stomach and the brain. It possibly could have been scarlet fever or meningitis. Unfortunately, without the medical advances that we have today, the fever that accompanied her illness left her without the ability to see or hear. Frustrated by being unable to teach or communicate with Hellen, by the time she was 6 years old, her parents sought the help of Alexander Graham Bell, who at the time was working with blind and deaf children. He directed them to contact the Perkins Institute for the Blind, which was where the family was introduced to Anne Sullivan. Meeting Anne was the changing point in Hellen's life. Anne tried to teach Hellen by introducing her to objects and spelling the words on her hand. It took about a month of Anne's patience and diligence, but when Hellen finally understood what she was teaching, a whole new world opened up for her. She was able and determined to not only speak and sign, but also express to Anne that she wanted to learn to speak with her mouth. Anne devised a way for Hellen to do that, and then she was unstoppable. At age 16, Anne encouraged Hellen with her education and with her guidance to pass the admissions examination at the Radcliffe College. Hellen became the first woman to graduate with a Bachelor's of Arts degrees in 1904. She had also at that time mastered 5 different languages. While in college, Hellen developed an interest in women's rights and became a strong advocate for people with disabilities. Hellen and Anne traveled to over 40 countries, speaking out to people about her views on topics like disabled people, the right to birth control, and her opposing views on child labor and capital punishment. Hellen's strong political views gained her much recognition, and she had even met with every United States president from Grover Cleveland to Lyndon B. Johnson. In 1915, Hellen founded the Hellen Keller International Center, which was used as a research center for vision, health, and nutrition. Hellen was not only a blind and a deaf college graduate and a political activist, she was also an author. In her lifetime, she published 12 books and numerous articles. At age 22, she published her autobiography titled The Story of My Life. Hellen also appeared in a silent film titled Deliverance in 1919, which reenacted her life. Since then, there have been many more movies and documentaries telling Hellen's life story to the world. Hellen Keller and Anne Sullivan remained inseparable for 48 years. Anne took ill and died at the age of 70 in her sleep with Hellen by her side. Hellen, in her 50s at that time, kept on crusading and reaching out to people until her death at age 88. Her ashes remain next to Anne's in the Washington National Cathedral. After her death, Hellen's memory lives on and her life is still being honored. In 1999, she was listed in Gallup's most widely admired people of the 20th century. In 2003, she was placed on the Alabama state border. The Hellen Keller Hospital in Sheffield, Alabama is dedicated in her memory, and there are even streets named after her in Spain, Israel, France, and Portugal. In 2009, a bronze statue of Hellen Keller was erected in the National Statuary Hall collection. On the base of the pedestal, there's a braille quotation reading one of her famous quotes. "The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart." Hellen Keller touched the hearts of many people all over the world. It is absolutely amazing that she had the strength and determination to not let her disabilities get the best of her. Instead, she rose above them and proved to the world what a beautiful person she really was. In the words of Helen Keller, although the world is full of suffering, it is full also of the overcoming of it. And that's exactly what she did. I hope you enjoyed my speech, and thank you for letting me share with you the life of a truly remarkable woman. Thank you again, and here's my audience. Thank you.